Hello, my name is Rishit Kumar, and today we're gonna be talking about this new site called AI Playground, TheAIplayground.com. So you can go on the site, and we'll be starting to work our projects in the next 2-3 videos. We'll be working on this site, the AI Playground, and the AI Playground is basically coding chatbots. So it's basically all about coding chatbots and talking to AI bots. So then once we start a new, let's just talk about the basic things in AI Playground. First of all, there's something called variables. Variables can be written as anything, like you can name the variable as anything you want. And then there are conditions in AI Playground which we will be using, which is if and else. And there is something called bot.send. So as you can see here, bot.send input text. So if you put bot.send and put these parts in double quotes over here on both sides in your text, and when you click sync with bot with code, send the bot.send basically means the bot will start writing whatever you put in the double quotes. So basically that's that's what bot.send is. And one basic thing is after every bot.send or every code of line you put, you have to put a semicolon at the end. That's one rule of AI Playground. So that's bot.send. Then async function C. Whenever you type when you go to a new project to create a new project, it'll give these three lines. Type your code here, async function, and bot.send. So you can delete a bot.send and type your code here. The async function has to be left there in every code as that's part of the code. That's just like a starting step. So now variable, you just basically write a var. So var. So that's variable basically. You don't have to write the whole thing like a variable. That's not a part of. That's not a function at all in AI Playground. Set var. Now we can name the variable whatever you want, like age. You can name it age. Variable age equals to whatever you want to put it. So that's the one part of variable. And then the last part is if and else. Basically, if you know condition, if and else is basically there's a code. So you write if the conditions are met in the code or by the user, then you put out the output will be a certain action. And if the conditions are not met in the code or the user, then it gives another output or action. So basically a simple if and else condition. So now we'll be typing a new code, the voting bot. So the first code will be, it's about like the bot will ask like what is your age. You give your age, and then depending on the answer, it will say okay, if it's under 18, it will not say, but then if when you code it, it'll be under 18. It'll be under 18, then you'll say you're not eligible. Please go to the youngsters line. But if it's over 18, then you're eligible. Go to the elders line. So basically, that's the code. So we can start typing it. So we delete the type your code here. We delete that part and delete this bot.send. We do not need this line. That's it. Now we start typing the code. So we want the bot like the first line of code because I'll go in order. So we want the bot to start typing bot.send in brackets and double quotes. You don't have to. You can only type the double quotes once because they'll come on both sides. So bot.send in brackets and quote. So what do you want to write? So we want to make the bot ask us or the user what is his or her age. So what is your age? So basically that's it. Okay, so that's the basic thing. If we run this code, it'll start asking what is your age? What is your age? So basically that's the first line of code I'll start typing. Now we can go to the second line. Async function, that's the second line. We can leave it at that and start this third line over here. So now we put the variable. So inside the async function, we can see these brackets given here. So inside them, we start typing our code. So over here, we can name the variable as variable age equals to input text. So whenever you do this, you have to always make the you have to always make the first letter small and then the next letter like input text. So I will be small, but anything after the first letter word has to be with a capital. So input text, so T will be a capital. So just like that, so we write input text. The T is capital. Input text. And as I have said before, after every line, if it's variable or border send, we have to put a semicolon at the end. So we did not put it, so let's put it. So we have to put a semicolon, basically this, after every code, even over here. And now we press enter. So basically this async function will contain the whole code. And if you want to put anything before that as a bot.send, like ask you a question or a statement, you can do that. Otherwise the whole code will be inside these brackets of the async function. So these are the two brackets, and every code will be inside that. The whole code, whatever project you're working on. So now we can start with the condition. So if and else is the condition. So let's start with that. So you can start typing. So if a is bigger than 18, then we go over here and put these brackets and press enter. So once you put the brackets, you press enter, so you can type the second line of code in. So once we've done that, we can put the second line of code in. So if a is if age, because that's what we named it, because this will be the variable where it will come. So we did not name it a, we named it age. So age is smaller than 18, then this. So the code will come here. If if age is bigger than 18, then it says you are eligible. So you type. So we want the age. You've taken the age as bigger than 18. If those conditions are met, then we put the output action as bot.send double brackets. You are eligible. You are eligible. Eligible. That's it. And we put a semicolon. We do enter again. Because that's not the only thing we want. That's not the only thing which we want right now. So basically that's it. You are eligible. That's all. That's just like the requirement for coming into the thing. Then we write if again. If then age is bigger than 60, is the age number, whatever the age is larger than 60. Then we can say please go to the elders line. Age is bigger than 60. We put the another bracket. Put the brackets over here and press enter. Then we can say bot.send please go to the elders line. Please go to the elders line. So that's it. So now we have done the first part of the condition. We have put if, but we haven't put an else. So we'll be working on that part now. So this part of the code is completed. And as always, we have to put a semicolon over here. Now we go to else. So after this part is completed, we can go hover on this, click on this bracket, and it shows which is the correlating bracket to it. So now we have to write the else part of this if. So there are two ifs. First, I have to write the else part of this one. So you click over here, press enter, write else, and then do the same bracket again and press enter. Now we're writing the else statement. If the conditions are not met, then what do we do? Then if the condition is not met, like the age is not above 60, then you can just say please go to the youngsters line. Please go to the youngsters line. So you can do bot.send please go to the youngsters line. There. Now semicolon as always, so remember this. I'll not say it every time. Now we're done with the if and else of the first part. Now we have to click over here, and that will take us to the else of the first if condition we are done. So we go over there, and there's if and else, and there's else if. That's even one more function we can put. So we click outside, and then we press enter. So else if, and we put the brackets and press enter. So then we can do else if, and then we write the code after this. So you can just start writing this code which I've written. So the last part of the code is basically this. So else if a is bigger than 0 and it's smaller than 18, else if it's smaller than 18, then say you are not eligible, because uh, it's still under 18, so it's not prohibited or it's not allowed, so it's not eligible straight away. And then else, and then if anything other than this, any of these code which is above 18, above 60, above 0, below 18, anything other than these conditions, then it says invalid age. Like if you put 100, it'll say invalid age. So like that we can sync bot with code now. And now see, now we have come with one line error. So this you have to always keep the console on so you can see what errors you have done and fix it if there are any. So a is not defined, else if a line 14, so it gives you the line number and a. So we have to change it because obviously we put the variable as age, not a. We put age and go to the next one, age, and set it. So now if we sync the bot with code, now there are no errors and it starts speaking. So we can say we can say 200 first. Let's try.
You are eligible. Please go to the elders
so
line.
basically that's how it happens. And we put like 18. So then that 18 is like just a neutral of that part, and we put 53. It's still a youngsters line. It says you are eligible. Please go to the youngsters line.
You are eligible. Please go to the youngsters line.
And if we put like 78.
You are eligible.
Please go to
Please
the
go
elders.
to the elders line.
Basically, we have written that. So you're eligible. Please go to youngsters line. And if I put like 5.
You are not eligible.
Like that's above 0, but it's below 18. So that I'm basically not eligible. So basically like that, it's we have done the voting bot. And then if you ever want to share this project with your friends and family or whoever you want to get feedback on, you can just click publish. If you have created an account, click publish, and you can name the project. So you can go to voting bot. So and then we can click publish. So publishing project, so you have to just wait for it to publish, and then now it's published into your saved, and I'll show you how to get to
What
that
is your age?
projects afterward. So over here there's a link where you can click copy if you want, like copied, and then you can send this link to someone, or you can get share this QR code. So just like that, you can click outside the box, go to your account, like over here, this in the top right corner, and click my projects. So if you go at the very last, I've done many projects, but if you go at the very last, or like the first page you open it, it will show the thing you had made, voting bot. So basically that's how you do it. So basically that's it, and then after telling them, we'll go through it, and then we can after going through the topic and going through even better codes, we can go to a code like this, which is my latest project. It's called the age teller.
Please enter your age.
So if I enter my age 15, if I enter my age 15 and enter,
you are a teenager.
It'll tell me if it's a teenager, just basic stuff. And I put like 34,
you are an adult.
And if I put 100,
you are an adult.
100 adult. So like that is just some bugs if there are, you're an adult. Others afterwards even I can click it and add. So this part you can try to do on your own, as it's the same techniques. So just you have to change the bot out send the statement you're adding, and the numbers and the variable as you would wish. You want the variable to be age again, then the numbers which age is bigger than 18, smaller than 60, more than 0, but below 100. Okay, then like that you can change the statements and say you're an adult, you're a teenager, and then what is your age. So just like that we can do many projects like that. So next project we'll go and start a new one, and you can experiment with what you have learned by now. And then next project we learn how to do it with AI models. So right now we're doing with bots code. That's all the projects we did. And then this would be models. So we'll be career recommendation, then there's travel suggestor, then there's corona detector. So just like that, we can create models like that, and the models part is easy to learn, and it's pretty interesting. So bye, and we will see you this in the next video. Bye.